you know what this is? It looks like a bit of green slime on the rock or something. What on earth is that? Maybe do you think it's a lichen or something, or even a moss? Well, these here are lichens, and you can see lichen is quite different to that. This is a moss here, but that is actually a fern. It's a baby staghorn fern. Now, it probably doesn't make much sense to you at this stage, but that's how staghorn ferns start off, either on a tree trunk or on a piece of rock. And what's really good is over here, we've got the next stage of growth. This is a tree fern, but there's another baby staghorn fern, and it's just starting to get the horn growing on it that gives you some idea of where it's heading. Over here is the adult plant. So this is mummy, or actually more technically this is mummy and daddy. So this is a staghorn fern. They have just the one single eye of foliage. This one's actually got a tree fern that's growing in the top of it. And you're possibly wondering too, well, how did the babies get from here to over there on the rock? Well, under the leaves as they grow, they get these funny looking brown things. There it is there. A lot of people email us and say, I've got a disease on my staghorn fern, it's got this dreadful brown stuff. Well, that's the staghorn fern having sex. That's where they make their spore, which are dust-like baby ferns, if you like to be. They're sort of like seeds, but they're a bit more primitive than that. They float off in the air, and if they're lucky enough to strike a moist spot that's a bit shady, they grow into new staghorn ferns. But there you are, that's a staghorn fern. Its babies are over there. All you need is the right conditions, and they will grow. Gorgeous things, these staghorn ferns, and there's also the elkhorn fern. They grow high up in the sort of crown of rainforest trees in nature, but you can mount them on a piece of board, which this is, and then you can hook that onto the wall and grow them around your house. This is not the smart way of doing it, because under the eaves of the house they don't get a lot of rain and they won't do well. They need water, being rainforest plants. Notice this one has an irrigation line there to spray water into it so that it grows. Stunning plants, green, lush plants that you can grow around the place, attached to a tree or attached to the wall. But remember, make sure you keep the water up. What do they grow on? You know, compost, kitchen scrapings, your banana leaves, old tea from the teapot or tea bags or whatever. All that stuff in the back there and a bit of water, and they just almost grow on air.